Express.co.uk readers voted in our exclusive poll on whether the UK is losing its Brexit hunger amid the COVID-19 pandemic. A huge 92% said Britain was not, with just 8% replying yes. Commenting on the poll, one person said, "Remainers are desperate for anything to stop Brexit. We voted out, nothing should stop this." Another wrote, "It is more important than ever to leave before the EU and the euro collapse under coronavirus." A third fumed, "Need Brexit more than ever and the sooner the better. Why should the UK pay for helping out other countries while the fat cats in the EU get fatter?" Another commented, "Are you joking? The nearly 4-year wait has taught us patience. After all we have been through, there is no way we are going to be denied it now." One more added, "Once again Remain supporters are trying to stop our complete disconnection with the corrupt EU at the end of this year. It has been decided, it is written in law, there is no going back. The UK is in a transition period with the EU until the end of 2020, during which time it follows the bloc's rules but has no say. The period is designed to allow time for the two sides to strike a free trade agreement. But Remainers have called for the deadline to be extended despite talks taking place remotely. Michael Gove today insisted during a select committee appearance that the coronavirus outbreak should concentrate the minds of EU negotiators. The Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster told the committee on the future relationship with the EU, "Limited progress was made in the talks but we believe it's still entirely possible to conclude negotiations on the timetable that has been outlined. I think the COVID crisis in some respects should concentrate the minds of EU negotiators in enforcing the vital importance of coming to a conclusion." Mr. Gove said he is not very good at predictions but added that the odds of reaching a deal with the EU are definitely better than 2-1. It comes after the EU's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier warned on Friday that the clock was ticking. In response, Downing Street accused the EU of failing to accept the political realities of the UK's newly independent status. A Number 10 spokesman said, "We are ready to keep talking but that does not make us any more likely to agree the EU's proposals in areas where they are not taking into account the UK's status as an independent state. All we are seeking is an agreement based on precedent which respects the sovereignty of both sides." Clearly there will need to be political movement on the EU side to move negotiations forward, particularly on fisheries and level playing field issues, in order to help find a balanced solution which reflects the political realities on both sides. What we want is an agreement which is based on precedent. What the EU is seeking to do is impose conditions upon us which it has not required in other free trade agreements which it has agreed with sovereign countries around the world. Major stumbling blocks include EU access to UK fishing waters and the level playing field demands to prevent unfair competition on issues such as workers' rights, environmental protection and state subsidies. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has repeatedly ruled out extending the transition period beyond 2020.